Here we are in one of our hives, and we made a plan. This is going to be one of our honey producers in the future. Maybe not this year. Fingers crossed for the fall. Maybe we'll get some honey out of it. But next year it's going to be a honey producer. And our plan was to get in here and check to see how the queen's laying. Make sure they have enough room to make that that super that we need them to make. And then go from there. What we want to see is lots and lots of bees. So that's why we're setting it up the way we are. We're going to have 2 brood boxes and then a super on top. And we are just going to continue to monitor and do our best to make sure that she's laying a ton of eggs. So what we're doing is setting up an environment for her. I guess that's the best way to put it. Set up the environment and see if she does it. If she doesn't, we'll reevaluate later this year and say, hey, instead of honey, this one makes a lot of, wax, or this one just produces a lot of bees. So maybe it'll become a mother hive or a wax hive for us. Now that we know what the plan is, we're then going to look down into the top brood box. And this brood box, if you look across, you can see bees inside of each frame, like in the cracks, but we have nearly nothing covering the top. So that tells me, hey, there's not a whole lot going on these frames. It's just random bees sitting here, maybe putting bee bread in or nectar. We're not going to see a whole lot of eggs or even the queen here. Now that we're looking in the bottom box, we want to tell the difference between the top and the bottom here. In the bottom, or the top box, we saw bees, but we didn't see bees walking around on top of the frames. This is more what we want to see, but we want to make it look like it's art, where there's just bees all the way across the tops of the frames. Okay, so each time you see bees in between, that means that there's wax there, or that they're festooning to pull out more wax. But this is not enough to really get a quote booming hive.
Alright, I just pulled out the first frame in the bottom brood box, and I can already see on the outside closest to the wall of the hive box, it's covered with eggs already. So that is an excellent sign. That means we have a queen. She's laying really well. In fact, she's laying so well that it's all the way to the wall, which is not super common.
So one side of the frame to the other side of the frame worth of eggs, is that what you just said?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So if we're looking here, make sure the camera focuses, you can see larvae in there. We probably can't see eggs unless I go get the special lens that lets us zoom in a lot. But if I were to evaluate this frame of bees, I would say it's at a medium capacity. We can definitely look in here and see, individual bees at once. We can tap them, and when we do, you can see under. That being the case, we want to get more bees in here.